SHIA'S Got Talent.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Respected viewers online, guests and spectators, my co-host Ejaz Bhalloo, the organizers and everyone working behind the scenes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome once again to SHIA'S Got Talent episode 7, which is now officially titled as Semi-Final 1. 100 plus contestants began this journey a month ago. 72 of them had to pack their bags and embark on the journey to the summit. Only 48 of them had to go back home. 24 of them made their way to the peak. As the path and the journey to the top gets harder, stronger, and narrower, only 12 will be present with us today. From those 12, 4 will be embarking to the peak, and another 4 will embark tomorrow. Only 1 will conquer the mountain of SHIA'S Got Talent. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together in welcoming the judges for Semi-Final 1, Sayyid Jalal Masoomi, Sayyid Mohammed Hassan Alsheraa, Sayyid Ali Hakeem, and Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim. Right, the judges seem rather energized.
SHIA'S Got Talent.
Esteemed judges, you may now take your seat.
Brilliant. So, Ejaz, I see you have had a nice wardrobe makeover for the semi-finals. We've also seen a lot more excitement than we have had over the last few days. What's your take on the semi-finals?
Well, based on my discussions with the contestants, they seem super nervous.
Right.
There, some of them who weren't as nervous in the preliminary stages are now super nervous.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take you through a journey that was embarked on 6 days ago. 6 days ago, 72 participants made their way. Mwanza, Arusha, Nairobi, Kibaha, if you want to count that as another place, and Dar es Salaam. They all made it to one special place, the Mayfair Plaza and the Markham Hotel in this very room. 4 judges had to travel from far and wide, and the organizers who had to do frequent trips to and fro. All this in a bid to find one winner. We now have 24 contestants fighting for one single place. Right, we shall get going. But before that, as always, we need to find out what the judges have been up to. So we'll start with our very own Sayyid Jalal Masoomi. Assalamu alaikum, Sayyid.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Alhamdulillah. It's a very tough day today. Alhamdulillah, we are going to have a very special semi-final, inshallah.
Inshallah. Right, over to Sayyid Muhammad Hassan. You seem very much focused on what is going to look like a very interesting and nerve-wracking night today.
Yeah, Ahsant. And for that exact very reason, I feel the nerves, I feel tense, and the excitement as well.
Mulla Muhammedjawad Karim.
I'm really excited about the semis today and tomorrow. You know, it could have gone either way over the last few days. It was really, really close. It was really in the margins. So I think today is going to be even more tight.
Said Ali.
Of course, this is the semi-final. We are here to find a winner. This is the SHIA'S Got Talent. There's only one winner, and this is the refinement process. Normally in semi-finals, people make mistakes because they don't have a lot of time to prepare. This is going to show where the cracks appear. So, but I wish them best of luck. It should be good, inshallah.
Inshallah. Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, this now brings me to a very, very important announcement. The semi-finals has a twist to it. The SHIA'S Got Talent semi-final 1 and 2 has a special feature. It's called the Wow Buzzer. So, the Wow Buzzer is the opportunity for each judge to choose one contestant over the 2 days, and they shall decide whether they have been wowed enough to get a ticket to the final. However, only one wow buzz per judge over 2 nights. So that means we will have 12 contestants in the final, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now here. We are ready to embark on this journey that's got its highs and lows and emotions. It's got happiness and fear. It's got surprises. It's got joy and it's got emotion. So please put your hands together in welcoming contestant number 1 for semi-final 1, Brother Uthman Majid.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So Jalal, I
Yes.
believe Brother Uthman and you had an Arabic conversation the last time Brother Uthman was on the stage. So bless this very august house with your Arabic so that we can also try and pretend that we also understood what was being said.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله عثمان.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة
كيف
الله.
أحوالكم؟ زين إن شاء الله؟
الحمد لله.
حاضر؟
حاضر.
Inshallah, Uthman Majid is going to recite for us because I gave him 3 options, dear viewers, 3 choices. Surah Al Imran verses number 102 to 108, Surah An-Nur verses 62 to 64, and Surah Al-Baqarah verses 127 to 132. And you have chosen this, the third one, which is as well the verses about the season which is arriving, the season of Hajj. You have done good job, mashallah. Okay, we welcome him with a very loud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ يرفع إبراهيم القواعد من البيت وإسماعيل ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم ربنا وجعلنا مسلمين لك ومن ذريتنا أمة مسلمة لك وأرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم.
الله يمد نفسك.
ربنا وابعث فيهم رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياتك ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. ومن يرغب عن ملة إبراهيم إلا من سفه نفسه ولقد اصطفيناه في الدنيا وإنه في الآخرة لمن الصالحين. وإذ قال له ربه أسلم قال أسلمت لرب العالمين. ووصى بها إبراهيم بنيه ويعقوب يا بني إن الله اصطفى لكم الدين فلا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون
استمر.
ألم أم كنتم شهداء إذ حضر يعقوب الموت إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعدي قالوا نعبد إلهك وإله آبائك إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق إلها واحدا ونحن له مسلمون تلك أمة قد خلت لها كسبت ولكم ما كسبتم ولا تسألون عما كانوا يعملون.
الآية الأخيرة تمام.
وقالوا كونوا هودا أو نصارى تهتدوا قل بل ملة إبراهيم حنيفا وما كان من المشركين.
أحسنتم ما شاء الله.
صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على رسول الله وآله الأطهار جميعا على وآله الأطهار. أحسنت بارك الله فيكم.
Said Jalal Masoomi.
For brother Uthman, his recitation mainly was in tertil. I was expecting for this level in 3 levels of the voice, which is qarar, jawab and jawab. First level, second and third. You mainly recited in 2 maqams, maqam al-bayati and Ejaz, but it was beautiful, by the way. You are good in the recitation. Your voice, you have a melodious voice, and something which is very important in your recitation, it was about your breathing system. Your recitation at the end, it was a bit less energy, less nafas, less breathing, but overall I really enjoyed. I wish all the best for you, Habibi Uthman. أحسنتم. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد. شكرا. أحسنتم.
Said Mohammed Hassan.
I just simply said I reiterated the sentiments my fellow teacher, myself, has mentioned, and I said I am in no position to speak about this area because if the water is here, then tayammum cannot speak when the place of water is there. However, the only thing I noticed that I feel like he could do more work on is simply just the ending where his breath runs out, and the advice for that, as Sayyid iterated, again, teacher, water, tayammum, why am I talking? Is when you breathe in from your nose, you know, oxygen, when you breathe from your nose, it hydrates you. As opposed to your mouth, it dehydrates you. You feel a bit dry. And so those are just simple things. But Uthman is already on his way to become world-renowned in the skill of and art of Quran recitation.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Uthman Majid. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome the first female semi-finalist, Samira Siki Ladda. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Nervous? Confident?
Definitely nervous, but hoping for whatever's next.
Nervident, the new word, when you're nervous and confident but halfway through. Right, said Muhammad Hassan, over to you please.
Assalamu alaikum, Samira.
Alaikum salam.
How are you feeling?
Alhamdulillah, hope the same with you.
Alhamdulillah, very well. So you had 5 topics brought to your attention. Number one was finding God in unconventional places. Number two was spiritualism in a secular world. Why do people fail the trial of life? How to build a bond with the Imam of our time and Imam Hussain alayhi salam before the events of Karbala. Which topic have you decided to speak about tonight?
So for my topic, I've taken the third one, which is why do people fail in the trials of life?
Was there any reason particular why you decided to go for that one as opposed to the others?
Yes, definitely, because as the first one I said, I want to bring out a change and an impact in our society. And I think most people around the globe do fail, and due to the reason of failure, many people take a step back and do not want to go further for life.
You miss 100% of the shots you never take. And I love that sentiment that you elaborated just there. Please feel free, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today I stand in front of you all. I may be standing so confident, but definitely I can say I have also failed in life. Not once, not twice, not thrice, several times in life. And I'm sure each one of you amongst who is sitting over here, definitely, at least once, one time in our lives, we all have failed. Definitely. Yes or no? I want an answer from the crowd.
Absolutely.
Yes or no? Yes.
Every day.
So, life is a cycle which has several ups and downs. And everyone's pathways of life is different. And we need to understand that not all roads to success is simple. If we go to see around the globe, 99% of the people fail in life. And when I say so, I include myself out of that 1% only. And we don't know which kind of people are part of that 1%, right? And if we go to see, trials is part and parcel of life. And there are many people who face a lot of trials in life. Does that mean because I have failed in life, I do not move forward? A question to ponder about, right? So, there are several reasons people tend to take a step back as they fail in life. Firstly, if we go to see, people say that there could be no reason for that. And according to this topic regarding trials of life, it is said that most people fail and it has no specific right answer or wrong answer towards it. But I personally, I have a personal belief towards this, that people fail in life due to several reasons, part of it being lack of motivation and purpose. When you do not have the right people beside you to push you further to do what you're doing, you're definitely going to fail. If you do not have an ultimate goal to reach towards, you're definitely not going to be able to move forward. Also, we need to know that things such as unrealistic goals or things such as goals that are not under our capacity. If you start thinking on those kind of things, it's not possible that you're going to be able to reach to a certain way. You need to think of something where you can do so that small steps take you ahead. And if we look at the Holy Quran, Surah Baqarah, verse 216, Allah tells us, O people, all the things that is best for you is what you hate. And all the things that's worst for you is all you love. You don't know what I know. This is Allah saying in the Holy Quran. And if we look at that, it's true. We plan, Allah plans. The best of the planner is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we take a look in the past, we have so many people who have had trials in their lives. If I go to take some few examples, I'll go for two people, the father and the son. The father, Prophet Yaqub, who lost his wealth, health, sons, everything, like even his property he lost, right? He even lost his eyesight. And if we take a look at his son, he had to stay away from his father for how many years? He also was falsely accused among so many things at that time. So if these people did not give up, definitely I cannot say we are like them, but if they could persevere, why not us, right? And as I end, I would like to say, we need to understand that failure is part and parcel of life. Let us learn to accept failure. Let us learn to accept that failure should not let us take a step back behind in our lives. We need to also accept this thing, that we are humans. We are not perfect. Nobody can say a human is a perfect being. No, we are not perfect. We are humans. We do make mistakes. And for this thing, we need to also accept that if we are not perfect, we are definitely going to make mistakes in life. And if we make mistakes in life, let us accept it, right? And if we're going to accept it, we are all definitely going to go very further one day in life. And with that, I would like to end by saying, today I'm standing here not by just saying that I have not failed and that's why I'm saying so. No, I have also failed lots of times in life. Today, even as a public speaker, I have failed even while public speaking. And today, yet, I came in this stage. And I know even if I do not pass, definitely not something to really think about. It will definitely hurt me, but I believe even if I fail today, there is another opportunity that I'll definitely go for it. With that, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Now, said Muhammad Hassan, over to you, please.
Sister Samira, mashallah, taqabbalallah, and you spoke like a seasoned motivational speaker. I really enjoyed hearing your passion, and I enjoyed hearing your compassion as well, especially when you emphasize that we are not perfect, we will see setbacks, obstacles will come. That is the nature of being an insan. You're not an angel at the end of the day, you're insan. But because you are an insan and you have the capability of failing, when you fail, you get back up and continue. That is what distinguishes you from the angels. Because the angels do not fail effortlessly. Whereas when we fail, we have effort that helps us get back up and move forward even when we saw the setbacks and obstacles. So I love the overall message that you brought forth. However, I really wanted to hear in this speech of yours, and it definitely was a great speech, a few examples when you fail at life. At what, for example? At, for example, pursuing a career, getting married, when experiencing a heartbreak. Providing a few examples to what you're speaking about in your overall principle helps supplement that main message that you're providing. You did give a story, Quranic narrative example with the case of Prophet Yaqub and Yusuf. But where exactly in that story do you see an effort that was embarked on that didn't go through, and the example of which shows us that it's okay to fail in that story, for example? I mean, at the end of the day, these are prophets of God. They don't fail. They go through obstacles, but that's not failure. The thing is, you use a few ayat of the Holy Quran. There's an ayah that really fits well with your central message. I hoped you would have used, but it's no big deal. We all work in our own manner. You say, get used to the fact that you're going to fail because we all have our own limitations, correct? Every human being is predisposed. If, say, Jalal right here goes swimming, I can't beat him in a race because I saw him in Budia, how fast he swam. I can't beat him. I'm predisposed not to beat him. Or if, for example, me and MJ play basketball together, he will beat me because look how tall he is, mashallah. There are just things, or if I want to join the NBA, for example, I just can't because I'm not predisposed. Although there are examples of short guys who can dunk and whatever, but they worked hard. So you are predisposed to succeed among others that are probably not going to be able just because of the natural way of things. That is where the ayah that I really wanted you to mention, كُلٌّ يَعْمَلُ عَلَى شَاكِلَتِهِ. Everyone works based on their own way. You are more likely suited to become a successful engineer because you're surrounded by engineers all day. Your dad is one, your mom is one, your whatever. But if you are not given that exposure, you're not really predisposed. Doesn't mean you cannot, but find your area. A wise man once said, play within your area, for example. See what you're able to do and go there in that direction. I love your passion. You chose this one because you solve problems in the world and you want to address it. We need more of that. And I think we really need more of you, Samira. MashaAllah.
Thank you so much.
Right. So Jalal, you have any feedback on this?
Yeah, of course. MashaAllah, sister, beautiful lecture. I really enjoyed your confidence and as well body language was very good. You just interacting with us. But I was expecting the reference in Arabic, in Quranic Arabic. You know, it's better to start with that. Of course, Sayyid mentioned the verses you were reciting, عَسَىٰ أَن تُحِبُّوا شَيْئًا وَهُوَ شَرٌّ لَكُمْ. It's easy, it's not difficult. And as well, in Surah Al-Baqarah, we have this verse which is very, very famous. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. It's very famous. If I'm saying, yeah, that's just Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expect from the power or energy you have. But overall, you have done good job. And as well, we have another, it's like in hadith, usually says the failure is the bridge of the victory. If, Sayyid, you can correct me in the Arabic terminology.
Ahsant, exactly as such.
Yeah.
Failure is a means to get to your victory and your succession,
It's
inshallah.
a bridge. It's just a bridge to actually prepare you. But you have done good job, and I'm really proud of you as a lady. You are lecturing for us, and definitely you have a brilliant future. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Sister Samira Sikilada. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next up, we have a contestant who wowed the judges, who shed tears of joy and did take a sigh of relief when his name was announced as the last contestant to make it to the semi-finals. He comes from a house and a family that is known for their recitations. But does he have enough to wow the judges today and to get to the finals? Please put your hands together for Hadi Al-Yazkar Mekji.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Hadi, how are you?
Fine.
Always smiling. Apart from that time you cried, but how are you feeling?
Nervous.
Said Ali, should we do what we did yesterday with the name Hadi?
Hadi, 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 Hadi.
Better?
A bit.
A bit. Okay, we don't have any trick up our sleeve now, so we just have to deal with it. Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim, please.
Hadi, salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
You don't look nervous at all. You walked in, you're smiling, so you look absolutely fine. How are you feeling about being in the semi-final? Are you happy?
Happy, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, brilliant. So you had 4 choices. Which one did you choose?
Abbas tera haq hai.
MashaAllah. So he's chosen Abbas tera haq hai zamana tujhe roye,
Yeah.
which is, it's a noha, but it's more recited slowly sometimes, which basically says that Abbas, it's your right that the whole era cries for you. I want to also say about his choices, given his age, he had 4 choices. One was this, the other one was like a munajat or istighasa, the other one was a noha, and the other one was an English kalam. So you actually had a good variety. And any reason why you chose this one?
The reason was because mostly I recite this one.
Brilliant.
This one and Zakai Haram was my mostly recited ones.
MashaAllah. Excellent. We're really looking forward to listening to you. The stage is yours. Relax and start when you're ready. Okay?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Babul Hawaij for us all. To Sakina Asaka. A promise to his mother he kept. To serve his Aka. Surely his loyalty deserves a tear. A tribute from a servant. For a Mawla so dear. Abbas tera haq hai zamana tujhe roye. Abbas tera haq hai zamana tujhe roye. Jab sham o sahar Fatima Zahra tujhe roye. Abbas tera haq hai zamana tujhe roye. Once again.
Abbas tera haq hai zamana tujhe roye.
Durra liye pehre pe sitamgar khara hai. Durra liye pehre pe sitamgar khara hai. Kaise tere lash pe sakina tujhe roye. Kaise tere lash pe sakina
अब्बास तेरा हक है ज़माना तुझे रोए अब्बास तेरा हक है ज़माना तुझे रोए
जिस वक्त उठाया ना गया लाशा जवा का जिस वक्त उठाया ना गया लाशा जवा का शे उस घड़ी अकबर से ज़्यादा तुझे रोए शे उस घड़ी अकबर से ज़्यादा तुझे रोए अब्बास तेरा हक है ज़माना तुझे रोए
अब्बास तेरा हक है ज़माना तुझे रोए
They ask me why I cry, and I think, do they not see why? Isn't the cutting of his arms, the arrow in his eye, not enough of a why? But wait, surely the reason above all, blinded by an arrow, no arms at all. Listen closely as I unfold the reason without a doubt, that is for all. बिन हाथ के किस तरह हाथ गोरे से गिरा था बिन हाथ के किस तरह हाथ गोरे से गिरा था ये सुन के बहुत अहले मदीना तुझे रोए सुन के बहुत अहले मदीना तुझे रोए अब्बास
तेरा हक है ज़माना तुझे रोए अब्बास तेरा हक है ज़माना
लब्बैक या अब्बास लब्बैक या अब्बास by Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad salawat
Ahsan
Said Ali, an Urdu recitation that started with English, a bit of English in the middle. It kind of reminded me of those, those old golden days where you would have an Urdu Maulana do the same thing.
Yeah.
He would do a bit of an intro, the Marsha,
switch
and then a small musiba in the middle, and then finish it with the recitation again.
Yeah, it was very smart of you to structure your presentation today. And also, just to add on to the smartness, Mulla Muhammad, he gave you different options and you picked the one that you know well. So that requires ability. Some people say, I want to challenge myself. It's not the time to challenge yourself right now. If you're in a semi-final, you're trying to get to the final. So you took advantage of this and you used it to your ability. So fantastic and kudos to that. So of course this is the semi-final. So we're trying to make you as best as possible for your future. So we're trying to give you some feedback. So hopefully we can continue to improve. I felt you were a bit more nervous this time than last time, and that's understandable. It is the semi-final, but you've got no reason to be nervous because, mashallah, you've got a good voice. When we went high, sometimes it went off. The lower pitch was better. Sometimes when we say something sad, you did look at people and you said, obviously, join in this part, which is great. Maybe match it with the facial expression, so show some sadness, show some, this one's a bit more peaceful, because then it adds on to the story that you're trying to tell. This is what you do when you practice at home. So before you can literally say, this line, I'm going to show a bit more of an angry face. This line, a bit more happy face. This one, so line by line exactly what you're doing, and you match that with your hand movements. I can tell with your hand movements you know exactly what you're doing. Just a bit more facial expression. And of course, you're only 8. You've still got, is that 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still 8. you know, all the kids who are 8, 7, 6, even 9, 10, they'll be like, oh, I want to be like him. So make sure you continue to be a role model for the youth as well as the elderly. Ahsant.
Ahsan, said Ali. Mulla Muhammadjawad Karim.
Thank you, MJ. Hadi, that was an absolutely beautiful recitation. If you remember at the start, I didn't quite say whether it's a Noha or Marsiya, because actually it's technically, when we heard it from the recording, it's a Noha.
Yeah.
But you recited it how I would prefer to recite it, which is a Marsiya,
Yeah.
which is absolutely excellent. So to add to what Sayyid Ali said, the intelligence at your age to deliver something as a Marsiya is brilliant. Your body language is great. I'm going to reiterate the point that the tempo for this kalam was really good. You have so much emotion in your voice. When you started, I wasn't sure whether that was going to come through because it came through in the last round, but it came through absolutely. I think after you recited the Jab Sham o Sahar, then you were like, okay, now I'm in my zone. And after that, all the emotion was coming out. You stayed on tune. I don't think there was any part that I can recall that you came off tune, which is brilliant. The pitch selection for this kalam, you can breathe.
Are you okay?
You know, when I was reciting with you, I didn't have to do something weird to change my pitch. That's the pitch that I would have selected. So again, pitch excellent, tune excellent. A few bits of advice, just work on the Urdu a little bit. It's very easy for you to work on that, especially with the heritage that you have. So I think the pronunciation of the word re, kara. But again, at your age, that's more feedback than sort of harsh criticism. It's just feedback. I would say look up a little bit more because you have the ability, because you knew the words. So when you recite next in Mehfil or mosque or anything, just look up a little bit. You were looking up quite a lot, but I feel you have the ability to look up even more because you know most of this by heart. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so just look up a little bit more. But I also advise you, because I feel you have a voice that will also suit the English language for Noha. Agreed, Sayyid Ali?
100%, 100%.
So whilst you're based in a community that predominantly recites Urdu, the thing that makes you munfarid, makes you unique, is that I think your voice is really flexible. The one thing I was going to say to you, but then you proved me wrong, is I would like to see your strength in your voice. But with the Labbaik Ya Abbas ending, you have a very strong voice. And to conclude, what I was really impressed with is, MJ, you are my witness, the crowd is the witness. I've said to a few participants is that you've chosen the wrong tone for the kalam. You chose the perfect tone for the kalam. Ahsantum. Thank you, Hadi.
Ladies and gentlemen, named after a title called The Guide. Hopefully you can guide us and this community through the English transition. If there's one man who is really proud of you today, and I'm without a shadow of a doubt, is your uncle, who also put in equal effort. Ladies and gentlemen, please appreciate the efforts of Hadi Al-Yazkar Mekji. Ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers, the next contestant up on stage is an individual always ever present in the front rows in every round. A man renowned for his ability to have a Nare Haidari, bar the fact that he has more competition coming from the crowd as days progress. An individual who managed to convince the judges that he has the facial expressions, the voice for it, and also the hand actions. Please put your hands together for Muhammad Ali Wale. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad Ali.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you?
Fine.
You know, I've seen Muhammad Ali today, and he's just been up and down, up and down, up and down. How many are going through? Who's going? You know, what's going to happen? This. I've seen him break down emotionally, and I've also seen him very happy. But most importantly, I have seen him enjoy other contestants performing, which I think, ladies and gentlemen, it takes not only a heart of gold, but a love that has unmatched passion. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why this young gentleman, who is currently very, very tense next to me, is in the semi-finals. So, Mulla Muhammedjawad Karim, take us through this, please.
So before I just go through the options, I want you to make me a promise, and in line with what MJ was saying, is no matter what happens, you might win, you might get the golden buzzer, you might be in the top 4 today, you might win the SHIA'S Got Talent. Whatever happens, this love, this fire of the love of the Ahlul Bayt that's in your heart, keep that really strong and let this mawadda for the Ahlul Bayt spread across every room that you sit in. Yes?
Yes, inshallah.
Promise? No, inshallah.
Promise.
Okay.
You know, Mulla Muhammedjawad Karim, it's so strange to call you Muhammedjawad Karim every time. Anyway, it's taking 10 seconds of the allocated slot that I have. Why do you keep looking there? Is someone sitting on your spot every day or what? You keep looking there. Is that where you always sit when everyone's reciting?
I feel, yeah, sometimes second row, first row. But whenever I sit there, I feel that I'm doing a task of being an audience and like helping people.
MashaAllah.
Like helping people give jawab, and I want the crowd to do the same for me today.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. He has booster, by the way. He has booster.
Ya Ali. Ya Ali. You know who would be the fourth one? You, because it's 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one always comes from that side. Right,
Okay.
Mulla Muhammedjawad Karim.
So you had 4 options. Actually, again, a range. You had a Noha, a Manqabat, a Munajat, and a Marsiya. Which one did you choose?
Ali pasand hai mankabat.
The Manqabat? Okay, Bismillah. The stage is yours.
Okay, so
Mic
yeah.
stand,
You understand?
Mic stand, please.
So before MJ goes, so today I'm going to take. I cannot say I'm going to take. All of us will be going to Najaf al-Ashraf, where we will be reciting this munajat in the haram of Imam Ali, and inshallah, Imam.
Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Muhammad Ali. Do your job, MashaAllah. Ahsant.
Inshallah, Imam Ali will call us. Now I want to tell you guys something. If you feel Imam Ali is just my Akka, he is not. Or he's not even only your Akka. He's the Akka of the whole universe. Ali pasand hai, bahut pasand hai. Ali pasand hai mujhe. Ali pasand hai, bahut pasand hai. Ali pasand hai mujhe. Rajab ki teerhवीं को ये बुतों से काबा बोल उठा. चलो यहाँ से जाब था जितना न रह लिया. खुदा का है ये फैसला. अली अली है जिसका घर वो आ गया. अली अली खुदा का है ये फैसला है जिसका घर वो आ गया. नहीं पसंद मुझको तुम, मुझे तो बस मेरा अली पसंद है. बहुत पसंद है. अली पसंद है मुझे. हाँ अली पसंद है. बहुत पसंद है. अली पसंद है मुझे. मनाओ जश्न ये कहा खुदा ने खुद खुदाई से. मिले हैं आज मुस्तफा ज़मीं पे अपने भाई से. नबी की गोद में अली जब आए तो नजर मिली. अली अली नबी की गोद में अली जब आए तो नजर मिली. अली जो मुस्कुराए तो ये बोले मुस्तफा अली. अली पसंद है बहुत. علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے
علی پسند ہے مجھے
نہ جانے کتنے لوگ تھے جو سو سکے نہ رات بھر
کیا بات ہے
تھے منتظر بطول کا بنے گا کون ہم سفر ستارہ عرش سے چلا علی علی لیے رضا فاطمہ علی علی ستارہ عرش سے چلا لیے رضا فاطمہ علی کے در پہ آ کے یہ ستارہ بول اٹھا علی بہت
پسند ہے
علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی بہت لیے کتاب ہاتھ میں ہر ایک حساب مانگنے فرشتے قبر میں جب آ گئے جواب مانگنے میں مطمئن تھا ساتھ ہے علی علی میرے لیے نجات ہے علی علی میں مطمئن تھا ساتھ ہے میرے لیے نجات ہے فرشتے کچھ نہ کہہ سکے یہ میں نے جب کہا علی
بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے
علی
بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے
یہ دے رہا تھا دار پر
ماشاءاللہ
بیان می سمے ولا علی کا عشق ساتھ ہے تو جان کیا زبان کیا ہے حد میرے جنون کی علی علی نہ روک پائے گا کوئی علی علی ہے حد میرے جنون کی نہ روک پائے گا کوئی تو جتنی بار پوچھ لے کہوں گا میں صدا علی
بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ماشاءاللہ
علی کا ہاتھ تھام کر
کیا بات ہے
نبی نے خم میں یہ کہا
واہ 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 واہ
بغور دیکھ لے سبھی یہی ہے جا نشی میرا کہا یہ جب رسول نے علی علی ہے سب کے مولا جسے علی علی کہا یہ جب رسول نے سب کے مولا جسے تو ہر کاش کے علی نے جھوم کے دی صدا علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے ہاں علی پسند ہے بہت پسند ہے علی پسند ہے مجھے صلو علی محمد وآل محمد
على محمد وآل محمد أحسنت أحسنت محمد علي ما شاء الله.
I want to say one thing. Whoever from the crowd is going to Karbala, I beg you, all the 7 days that have gone through, the participants here have given, kaise bolte hain, khoon pasina. They have given everything of theirs for just participating in this competition, for giving out the love of the Ahlul Bayt. I beg you, please pray for them. Please.
Okay, for him, we're going to recite one line together, okay? Abbas, Abbas, Ya Bal Fadlil Abbas, Saqaya
रख लेना भरम हम दर पे तुम्हारे
आए अशकों की ज़बां पहचानते हो अरे जो दिल में है वो जानते हो अशकों की ज़बां पहचानते हो जो दिल में है वो जानते हो हम कह नहीं सकते तुम सुन लो हम कह नहीं सकते तुम सुन लो बस हाथों को फैलाए हैं अब्बास अब्बास या बल सब मिलके बाज़ बुलंद अब्बास अब्बास या बल फद
We have an announcement.
I have an announcement that will make you happy and cry, because that's what I would do. You have been sponsored for Ziyarat of Imam Hussain by G1 Fauj. Come here, come on, smile, smile. Smile, smile, smile.
Right, Said Ali, over to
Habibi,
you.
Muhammad, as we said at the beginning, you are the hearts of the Shia's Got Talent. You truly are. You have such a nice meaner about you, and not everyone at this age has such a strong personality. So I really appreciate what you're trying to do. And I've been watching you every day, turn up, sit at the front, supporting your other contestants. People could have said, I'm actually competing against them, I'm not going to help them. But in fact, you said, no, I'll support them, I'm going to give them Nara Haydaris, I'm going to try and encourage them. Regarding your recitation, I gave you 10 for confidence. I couldn't go any less than that. 10 for confidence. And your delivery, mashallah, of course, you're still young. You are still at the age where your voice is going to develop, and inshallah we see it to continue to develop in terms of pitching. You've got a strong voice. When you in terms of vocal tension, how you maneuver your voice between pitches, that's still something that we can continue to work on. Even when people who are 40, 50, they still work on it. I wish you the best. Jazakallah.
Ahsan, Said Ali. Right, Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim, please.
Ahsantum Muhammad Ali, you've left all of us speechless today. In terms of the feedback, I love the emotion. Putting aside the emotion afterwards, just the emotion generally. You were smiling, it was a manqabat. I gave you really high marks. In addition to the confidence bit that Said Ali mentioned, the delivery was fantastic for this kalam. It was a manqabat. Generally, you stayed on beat and in tempo for this kalam. So if anybody saw me on the screen, I was doing this. It was generally in tempo where it needed to be. Of course, it's not kalam that needs to be recited in tempo. So I think you've got great ability. Inshallah, if you move to following rounds, I'd love to hear know-how from you. So the only bit of feedback I'd give you is just work on the pitch a little bit. The pitch selection for this kalam was good, but there were moments within the antre, i.e. the kari as we call it, or the verse as is called in the English language, where the pitch was changing momentarily. So work on that. And the advice I'd give you for that is use the mentors in Dar es Salaam over here that will really help you refine that pitch process. Because in your last kalam, the pitch didn't change at all. So you've got the ability. That's great. One more good news I've got for you is, before I came up, I was given a message that because of your recitation today, Bande Khuda has gifted you for tonight's recitation $200 in hadiyah. Excellent. MashaAllah.
Right. So that puts you in the spotlight again. What are you going to do with this $200?
I would give this away to my mother. She should use it for herself. Because she's the one who gave birth to me.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Ahsant.
He's going to take the hearts of all of us with him.
Yeah, I know. And the more I keeping him in the spot, he's going to make me cry too.
Changes everything.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Muhammad Ali Bhalloo. The lineup is absolutely insane. You know, because the contestant I'm going to call up next is an individual who walked in as the youngest contestant ever. She came in giving justice to her name, recited a kalam that broke every single heart in the room, made me emotional for the first time ever on stage. She is named after the princess of Imam Hussain, and I'm pretty sure she is also the princess of her father, who is also named after Imam Hussain. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Sakina Muraj. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
Fine.
How are you feeling?
Good.
So I hear you are very, very happy that you are going to Iraq now. You got a ticket last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Excited?
Yes.
Who are you going to go with?
My mommy.
Oh. Dad, you better empty that wallet and sit at home and watch.
Sakina, can we come with you guys?
Nah.
You said no?
This is one of those that needs a proper istikhara because it's taken so long to get.
She's like, where am I going to fit all of you?
All right, Sakina, how are you feeling today, semi-finals?
Good.
Are you happy you made it this far?
Yes.
You think you can go to the finals?
Yes.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So, what are you going to recite for us?
A munajat of
A munajat?
Imam Ali.
Okay. We have a munajat coming our way. Sayyid Ali, over to you, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Sakina.
Walaikum salam.
Last time you did fantastic. We were all very proud of you. And you are a representative of Shia Islam at the age of 5, which is fantastic. Are you scared at all or no?
No.
How long did you prepare? 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours? How many hours? 5? Something like that maybe?
I don't know.
You're not sure, no problem. Of course, you are a very confident individual, and we really appreciate that. I want you to take your time, and when you start speaking, just don't worry about everyone. Do it how you did it last time. Bismillah.
By Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لخمسة أضفي بها هرول الحاتم المصطفى والمرتضى وابناهما والفاطمة صلوات
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
तस्वीर कायनात का अक्का से अली दिल को जगा दे वो दिल को जगा दे वो एहसास से अली ए बंदा मोमिन तेरा दिल है क्यों उदास नारा लगा के देख तेरे पास से अली मुश्किल कुशा दिल रोता है ये आज़ादारे हुसैन حسینی کہتا ہے صدقے میں سیدہ کے ہم پر کرم کرے اس دل میں بس آپ کے بیٹے کا غم رہے یا علی یا علی یا علی یا مرتضی علی مجھے دنیا کا غم نہ ہو لیکن میں حسین میرے دل سے کم نہ all together یا مرتضی لیکن غم خوشیوں سے دور ہو کر جیتی رہوں گی مولا اس غم سے دور ہو کر جینا سکوں گی مول کوئی خوشی نصیب میں چاہے رقم نہ ہو لیکن غم
حسین
میرے دل سے کم نہ ہو اور together یا مرتضی مجھے دنیا
نہ ہو لیکن غم حسین میرے دل سے کم نہ ہو
وہ دن بھی جلدی آئے دونوں جہاں کے صاحب روتا ہوا نجف سے کرب و بلا کی جان اتنا چلوں کہ بس میری سانسوں میں دم نہ ہو لیکن غم میرے دل سے کم نہ all together یا مرتضی دنیا کا غم نہ ہو سے کم نہ ہو روتے ہوئے سکینہ کہنے لگی پھوپھی سے روؤں تو شمر آ کے مارے مجھے تماچے کیجے دعا کہ اب میری آنکھ نم نہ ہو لیکن غم میرے دل سے کم نہ ہو all together یا مرتضی مجھے دنیا کا غم نہ ہو لیکن غم حسین میرے دل سے کم نہ ہو بر محمد وآل محمد صلوات
Right, Sayyid Ali, over to you, please.
Thank you very much, Sakina, for a very heartfelt recitation. As you were reciting, Mullah Muhammad explained to us the words that you were saying and why it was so sensitive and why everyone was getting emotional regarding this recitation. Honestly, you are a prize for the Shia's Got Talent. You know, it's not the other way around. You are the prize for us. And it's very interesting because you're only 5, but you have so much confidence. I saw you looking left, right, hand movement, eye contact, certain part you were moving towards your face. You knew exactly what you were doing because you've rehearsed it very well. I've got to say that, I've got, any father would love to have a daughter like you. And I'm sure that Sayyida Sakina is looking down right now at you, right at this moment. And she's just looking at you and she would love to have you as a sister. You play together and grow up together. And this is something that isn't far-fetched because it could be highly achievable if we attain Jannah. And I believe if you continue in the path that you are going down, inshallah, you will be granted Jannah. You will provide shafa'ah for your parents in Jannah, and you will provide shafa'ah for the rest of the people here in Jannah. You have such good ability. My only recommendation is for you to continue on this path, work harder, continue, and you will be an ambassador for women both in the East and the West. Jazakallah.
Right. I'll have to bring you into this, Jalal, because I've never seen you this emotional.
Sakina, usually I write for the contestants, but the way you started, even my hands couldn't write. Wallahi, you are the superstar of our program. MashaAllah.
Said Mohammed Hassan, please.
I didn't know when I was going to do this, but I'm going to.
You are the first contestant who has made it to the finals of SHIA'S Got Talent 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together in welcoming contestant number 6, Jafar Fazal. Assalamu alaikum, Jafar bhai.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
You okay?
Alhamdulillah.
Right, Mulla, Muhammad Abbas, Karim, over to you, please.
Jafar bhai, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
So out of the 4 choices, you chose the manqabat, I believe.
Yeah,
Which
Ya
one?
Ali.
Can you just give the Ya Ali one?
Ya Ali one, yeah.
So just for the benefit of the crowd, there were 4 options in this. 2 were written by yourself, I believe.
Yeah.
And 2 were written by others.
Yeah.
So inshallah, we're really looking forward. Can you just give some context? I know Ya Ali is the main line.
Yeah.
What's the context of the kalam?
It's about the wiladat of Imam Ali.
Yeah.
And there is one fazilat which Hazrat Abu Talib has got, which nobody has got. And in the second band, you will see which fazilat Hazrat Abu Talib has got.
MashaAllah. Bismillah.
I need the audience to reply this. Ya Ali, 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 Ya Ali. दो जहां में ये नारा लगा या अली 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 घर में अल्लाह के मौजिज़ा हो गया या अली 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 आई काबे के नज़दीक हैदर की माँ واسطہ اپنے مولود کا جب دیا، خانے کعبہ میں در ایک نیا بن گیا، گھر سے اللہ کے آ رہی تھی صدا، مرحبا 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 مادر مرتضیٰ، یا علی 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 یا علی۔ رب نے عمران کو جیسا تحفہ دیا، ایسا تحفہ نہ رب نے کسی کو دیا، رب کے گھر میں پسر ان کا پیدا ہوا، ایمان عمران کا ایسا ثابت کیا، ان کا بیٹا ہی بس، ان کا بیٹا ہی بس کل ایمان بنا، یا علی 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 یا علی۔ آیا تیرا رجب کا سہانا سما، عرش سے فرش تک تھا خوشی کا سما، خوش تھے جن و بشر اور سب انبیاء، مصطفیٰ نے خوشی سے یہی دی صدا، دو جہاں کو ملا، دو جہاں کو ملا آج مشکل کشا، یا علی 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 یا علی۔ جشن مولود کعبہ ہے آج یہاں، آؤ مل کر پئیں سارے جام ولا، وجد میں آ کے دیں گے یہ سارے صدا، ہے بڑی عید یہ آمد مرتضیٰ، کیوں نہ مل کر یہ دے، کیوں نہ مل کر یہ دے سارا مجمع صدا، یا علی 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 یا علی۔ میرے مولا کا ایسا کرم ہو گیا، لفظ جعفر جو مجھ کو ہوئے ہیں عطا، لفظ لفظ جو جوڑا قصیدہ بنا، لفظ لفظ جو جوڑا قصیدہ بنا، شیعہ ٹیلنٹ میں اس کو جو میں نے پڑھا، جھوم اٹھا دو جہاں، جھوم اٹھا دو جہاں اور نعرہ لگا، یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی یا
کیا کہنے مقرر، دوبارہ پڑھیں ماشاءاللہ، جیو جیو دوبارہ دوبارہ،
یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی۔ میرے مولا کا ایسا کرم ہو گیا، لفظ جعفر جو مجھ کو ہوئے ہیں عطا، لفظ لفظ جو جوڑا قصیدہ بنا، شیعہ ٹیلنٹ میں اس کو جو میں نے پڑھا، جھوم اٹھا دو جہاں، جھوم اٹھا دو جہاں اور نعرہ لگا، یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی یا علی،
ایک بار اور پڑھیں ماشاءاللہ،
یا علی یا علی یا
علی یا علی یا علی یا علی۔
मेरे मौला का ऐसा करम हो गया या मेरे मौला का ऐसा करम हो गया लफ्ज़ जाफ़र जो मुझको हुए हैं अता लफ्ज़ लफ्ज़ जो जोड़ा कसीदा बना शिया टैलेंट में उसको जो मैंने पढ़ा झूम उठा दो जहां और नारा लगा
Ali, Ali.
Right. Said Ali,
Jazakallah.
you know who to contact to write your next.
Yeah, I was about to say, as you were reciting, Mulla Muhammad was translating to me, and I'm like, this is so creative, so ingenious. I believe you mentioned Abu Talib as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, of course,
his name is Imran, so...
Yeah, no, of course, it's... and Jazakumullah khair jazak for doing this. Barakallah feekum, the person that we revere in Shia Islam. God bless you. Of course, this is a manqabat, it's a happy occasion, hence you dressed accordingly for it. I felt like you were moving accordingly. Of course, I see you as an elder brother. So of course, we can give you some feedback accordingly. Your humility is beautiful. I feel like sometimes with a happy occasion, it's good to smile a bit more so we can feel it a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're naturally not a smiley person.
I was tensed.
You were tensed. No, of course, it is the semi-final and these things do happen. But of course, this is good to express regardless of your crowd or the occasion. Doesn't matter because, of course, when we recite, we have to try our best to do the best performance that we can do. And regarding your vocals, I had a discussion with Mullah Muhammad. He said he will discuss that fully, so I'll just move on to him. Jazakallah.
Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim, please.
Ahsantum, Jafar Bhai. It was a beautiful recitation. So I'll just go through the list. There's quite a few things. You made it sound really tense there, but it's all positive on the whole. I really enjoy your poetry. मैंने आपको उस दिन भी कहा था कि आप जैसे लिखते हैं मतलब एक experienced शायर की तरह लिखते हैं. Sorry, I went into my Urdu zone. I'll come back. You write like an experienced poet. You know, your selection of words is, you mix it up really nicely. So you use wajd, jame wila. And one thing I'll tell the crowd is on the 13th of Rajab, what's really important is at some point you mention Tera Rajab. It's really important because you know that Ali Ali Mola Tera Rajab ko Kaaba Bola. That Tera Rajab is really important. That's my personal opinion. I don't think that's like a generic opinion, but I think it's important. It means 13th Rajab, by the way. Use Tohfa, Maulud Kaaba. Your maqta was great. Irrespective, I'll put the Shia talent aside because we all got emotional. The fact that you fitted Shia talent in the Bahr shows your ability as a shair. But the maqta in of itself was good because it was a du'aya maqta. It was a maqta where you were asking for something, asking for hajat. I believe you are ready for higher level poetry, I think. And you know, we said Mohammed Hassan said you played in your expertise, which is great. There's a couple of bits I would say for if you inshallah pass on to the finale. The pitch changed. When you started something like Ya Ali Ya, and then you went Ya Ali Ya. So it just switched down. But again, the fact that you remained on that pitch is good because it's not the understanding of the pitch, rather it was just how you started. But again, that is something that can be rectified. But overall, it was beautiful poetry, really well delivered. And the last thing I'll say, you used a really appropriate qafiyah for this kalam.
Thank you.
It shows how experienced you are. And I would recommend the people in Dar, you have an asset like this, please use poetry from him because I think he writes really appropriately, especially for the community of Dar. It's complex yet easy to understand. So inshallah, in albums coming out from Dar, I would like to see poet of Jafar Bhai's name, Ahsan.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Jafar Fazl. He managed to convince the judges in the first round, and he booked the final slot that was available. Now, will he have what it takes to book a slot in SHIA'S Got Talent final for 2023? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Maitham Rashid. Wa alaikum salam. Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim.
Thank you, MJ. Maysam, salaam alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you feeling?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well.
Happy to be here?
Yeah, excited.
Yeah, excellent. So, for the benefit of the crowd, you've got quite an emotional voice, like I said last time. So, it's going to be a different challenge this time, where you want to make us smile with your voice. And the 4 options that he had were different genres of manqabat with different melodies. And which one have you chosen for us today?
So I chose the manqabat, the first option, Hussain Bantre.
MashaAllah. And any particular reason?
Well, this has been one of my favorites, and
MashaAllah.
I mostly recite this every now and then, so yeah.
Ahsantum. The stage is yours.
Ahsan, thank you. حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ کچھ آنسوؤں کے وز کچھ آنسوؤں کے وز کائنات لے جاؤ حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں سمجھ نجات لے جاؤ یہ کربلا ہے یہ معجز نما کی بستی ہے یہ کربلا ہے یہ معجز نما کی بستی ہے کفن میں اس کو لپیٹو حیا حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ نہیں کروں گا لحد میں انتظار سحر نہیں کروں گا لحد میں انتظار سحر فرشتوں کرب و بلا راتوں رات لے جا
बांट रहे हैं निजात ले जाओ तुम्हें खुदा से अगर एक भी नहीं मिलता तुम्हें खुदा से अगर एक भी नहीं मिलता मेरे हुसैन के बचपन से साथ ले जाओ हुसैन बांट रहे हैं निजात ले जाओ मोहम्मद वाल मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु
Right, Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim, over to you, please.
Oh my goodness. Maysam, the crowd is with you, so this is the hardest comments I have to give now. So I'll start with the good news. Somebody has given you $100 hadiyah for your recitation today. And a package, guess to where? Karbala.
So, for once, the crowd was being reluctant because they thought there's a university scholarship coming this way.
You know, it's difficult to give feedback actually because there's a lot of emotions in the room, to be honest. So, you know, we have to be objective in the feedback. So bear with me when I give the feedback. But this obviously, you said it was one of your favorite kalams. It came from the heart. And, you know, essentially you're talking about Nijat. And I genuinely believe that because how this came from you, your du'as were answered to again get Nijat directly from the Imam himself, inshallah. I think it was a brilliant recitation. I gave you some feedback in the last one about the tone of your voice because you got quite dard in your awaz, and I was wondering whether you'd be able to recite manqabat that would deliver it in the right manner, and I thought you changed the tone brilliantly. Your Urdu has, I don't know how, but in like 1 or 2 days improved a lot. Awesome. So well done on that. And you selected various, there's like, I don't know, like 25 verses on this, but you selected the nice verses on this one, which again shows your intelligence. And you've got a natural voice. Like there's nothing, I don't see any hesitation when you recite. It's very smooth. So the credit to, obviously, MJ, you said about the family, this isn't the lineage?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
His maternal grandfather, a lot of the people in the crowd would be knowing, and the viewers online, Mulla Nazir Rahim, who happens to be his maternal grandfather.
So, you know, it's very clear. However, I think I will give you some honest feedback because, inshallah, if you make it to the final, I want to see even more things from you. I feel your intro, I think you could. You've got the ability, no doubt. Does anyone doubt he has the ability? No one knows what to say. No one doubts you. So I think your intro could have been stronger. There was one point, by the way, the more technical feedback we give you, it means you have the ability. So yeah, one part where you said jaga, or bant, sorry, the variation, like I said to you before, was not in the right place. You are a brilliant reciter. Look up. You were looking at your book a lot. So next round, inshallah, if you make it, I would love for you to look up, engage with the crowd. The whole crowd is with you. Your pitch did drop after the nara. Was that intentional?
No, actually, I just kind of got mistaken my pitch, so I just kind of dropped.
But it worked in your favor. It sounded even better when the pitch dropped. Yeah. But what I loved about the pitch drop is that you didn't think, oh my goodness, Yeah, you just carried on as if nothing happened, because 99% of the time, it's only you that will notice and the people that understand will notice. Otherwise, it was a few. So you said kafan mein isko lapeto. I have it here. Kafan mein iske lapeto. Sorry, I'm being so harsh. No, I haven't. I wouldn't necessarily cut marks for this. I'm just saying this so the crowd appreciates how brilliant you are. So to give you feedback is even harder. Excellent overall recitation. I think, inshallah, if you pass on the next round, I want to hear something fast-paced from you. You're a true Noha Khan. Ahsantum. Excellent.
Thank you very much,
Obviously,
Bism. Of course, I need a bit more facial expression because it seems like everyone was with you, but I need you to express your face more, okay? Very important. I know when we're teenagers, we're all cool and we don't want to be like this. But you must be, because you are a Mulla, you are a reciter. You have one of the highest positions, inshallah, in the eyes of God, which is the servant of Imam Hussain. So make sure you match it. And your vocal agility, which is smoothness of changing between notes, is phenomenal. At the age of 16, you're 16, right? 17 is phenomenal. So this goes to show in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, where it could be. Keep improving, keep practicing. But very, very good job today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Jalal, there's a very funny facial expression on your face today. You're smiling.
Inshallah, because I have heard this manqabat in many occasions, but I think he has done the best job. I have heard this manqabat from him, the best way of recitation. You know, some of the reciters, their vocal are, for example, silver. Their vocals are golden. But your vocal is Tanzanite vocal.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Maitham Rashid. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for contestant number 8, Ali Muntazir Sikiladda.
Assalamu alaikum, Habibi.
Wa alaikum salam.
You are dressing like something very familiar that I have seen before. God bless you. Mullah Muhammad, he gave you some options. Which one did you go for?
So I got 4 options and I have chose Ya Rab Koi Masooma.
And you do know that we did this on purpose. We only gave you a short period of time because we wanted to see if you can practice it within enough time and present it in the way. Do you feel like you are ready right now?
I'll say yes, I am ready.
Yes.
A bit of nervousness is there, obviously,
of
but
course.
inshallah, Bibi will help me, inshallah.
Inshallah. And do you feel with your performance today, you have enough to make it to the final?
I will say yes, because I feel this is, for me, this is one of the hardest kalam.
Right.
And I try to challenge myself to do this.
Very good, very good. That's good, inshallah, because that will showcase more talent. Inshallah. Excellent. Bismillah.
Ya Rab koi masooma zinda mein na tanha ho. Sare pare. Ya Rab koi masooma zinda mein na tanha ho. Ya jo zinda. Ya Rab koi masooma zinda mein na tanha ho. Ya Rab koi masooma zinda mein na tanha ho. Paband na ho aage, hai paband na ho aage, rohne pe na pehra ho. Ya Rab masooma zinda mein na tanha ho. Oh Ya Rab koi mashallah. थी जिसको नींद आती शबीर के सीने पर, थी जिसको नींद आती शबीर
کے سینے پر زندہ در زندہ ہے زندہ در زندہ اس کے لیے قضا ہو یا رب کوئی معصومہ زندہ ہم نہ تنہا ہو یا زندانوں سے آتی تھی آواز سسکنے کی زندانوں سے آتی تھی آواز سسکنے کی جیسے کہ سکینہ کو ہے جیسے کہ سکینہ کو ہر زندان رو رہا ہو یا رب ماشاءاللہ
بہت اچھا ماشاءاللہ
رب کوئی محسوس
زندہ میں نہ تنہا
ٹکرائے نہ وہ کیوں کہ زندہ کی دیواروں سے ٹکرائے نہ وہ کیوں کہ زندہ کی دیواروں سے بھائی سے اور پھوپھی سے ہے بھائی سے اور پھوپھی سے جس کو جدا کیا ہو
یا رب کوئی معصومہ زندہ میں نہ تنہا ہو یا رب کوئی معصومہ زندہ میں نہ تنہا
زندان میں اے نجفی یاد آئی سکینہ کی زندان میں اے نجفی یاد آئی سکینہ کی دل رو رو کہہ رہا ہے دل رو رو کہہ رہا ہے اب نہ اجالا ہو یا رب کوئی معصومہ زندہ ہم نہ تنہا ہو یا رب کوئی معصومہ زندہ یا رب کوئی معصومہ زندہ میں نہ تنہا ہو یا رب کوئی معصومہ زندہ میں نہ تنہا ہو پابند نہ ہو آہے ہے پابند نہ ہو آہے رونے پہ نہ پہرا ہو یا رب کوئی معصوم ماشاءاللہ سارے پڑھے زندہ ہم نہ تنہا ہو یا کوئی معصوم ماشاءاللہ زندہ ہم نہ تنہا ہو صلو علی محمد و آل محمد
Right, Said Ali, over to you. He's managed to get a standing ovation from the crowd, a standing ovation from yourselves, but there's always feedback. Over to you, Said Ali.
Ahsant, Habibi, beautiful, beautiful recitation. This is a very well-known noha that even the people in the Arab world have heard it, and I think they've tried to make their own versions based on the origin. And I've got to say, you did a fantastic job. You really, really portrayed it, and your vocals really showed it. Something that maybe the crowd might not be aware of, but to be able to bring a big breath and carry on, and then sometimes you linked it with the second line, that requires a big lung capacity. And normally, people who have a big lung capacity, have you know those ones when you go to the doctor and they give you something to blow on just to see if you've got asthma, if you've had those tests before? Normally, you find that the reciters who've been practicing a lot, theirs, the line goes right to the top, which means they've got a huge lung capacity. Yours, I think you'll break the scale from it. You know, if you had an asthma test, you know, you might have to tell the doctor, get yourself a new machine. The only thing I'd say is, just look up. look up. You've got no reason to be shy. Your voice is fantastic. Just look up a bit more and express more. And again, I've been saying this tonight. I know it's tense and I know it's a semi-final, but try and express your face. Just show it a bit more. Do you know the origin video that you've seen on YouTube, that gentleman? What's he called again? Yeah, he keeps looking up and he's showing it on his face, the expression. I need you to do that. I know, again, you're in the teenage years and, it's that time of life where we are transacting to be a man. But you're a khadim, so ignore all this. You're a khadim. That's priority over all this emotion stuff. Ahlul Bayt comes first. You need to show me more. So if you make it to the next round, make sure you do that, okay? Ahsant.
Ahsant. Mulla, how do I ask Karim, please?
Ahsantum Ali Sikiladda. Any reason why you chose this kalam?
I'll be really honest.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, this was my first kalam in the KSIJ mosque.
MashaAllah.
That's why I chose this kalam.
At this
also, my parents insisted me to recite this kalam, and especially my dad helped me too much. He was here and there asking this guy, help my son, help my son. He helped me too much.
MashaAllah.
So I'll request the crowd to give my dad a round of applause.
So, have you, the beauty is, you recited in KSIJ Mosque, huge credit to KSIJ Dar, and you're also a graduate of the Anjuman here. So a big salawat for the Jamaat here and the Anjuman for giving us Ali Siki Ladda. Okay, so my feedback, so it was very Hassan Sadiq-esque, which was beautiful. I didn't know if you'd be able to recite Noha. Reciting something slow, in my opinion, is not as difficult as delivering a Noha. Delivering a Noha is a unique art without any bias. Sayyid Ali, please back me. It's very difficult to deliver.
No, it's difficult. You have to. You have a lot of things to think about.
I have been in other competitions where Latmiya and Noha have been recited. I don't think from Urdu anybody has made the crowd like an Azakhana, like you have. Okay? You said "Paband na ho aahein," which was brilliant because in the writing that's not what it says, but you said it correctly. You had the paper in your hand, if I'm not mistaken, which is the sign of somebody who is experienced. You said you recited the maqta and you said najfi, which again is correct. Where did you pick that up, by the way?
It's not this time, but when I was younger, I used to follow Noha lyrics. There's an app in Play Store and App Store. That Noha lyrics used to say, Zindan mein Ahmad bhi.
Ahmad, yes.
So again, my dad looked up at it in YouTube, and the actual video of Hassan Sadiq, he says, "A Najaf." Even the son of Hassan Sadiq, Daniel,
it's correct.
He says, "A Najaf."
Excellent. I'm not quite sure your recitation was good. It was perfect.
Whoa!
सबसे आला सबसे बरतर सबसे बेहतर अली 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 हैदर अली अली हैदर अली अली हैदर अली अली
Ladies and gentlemen, before we send off Ali Sikilada straight to the finals, over the last few days, we have had a 4-year-old who has been practicing at home and has been going on and on of how he wished he could participate. But he couldn't because of various other reasons. However, he had a request. And his grandmother has been coming here every single day requesting if we can fulfill this request. So, if you can please put your hands together to welcome Ayan to the stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 4-year-old who, by the way, because he didn't have a mic at home, he rolled up a paper and held it and was reciting this particular line and has requested that the crowd cooperates with him. So please welcome him with a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, दुआ देगा कोई चीख चीख कर एक दिन खिलाफ दीन नहीं अली अली के नाम वो अपनी माँ शिकायत करेगा शर्म कि उसने क्यों न सिखाया अली अली के नाम अली अली के नाम जानम फिदा है तरी या अली 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 जानम फिदा है तरी या अली अली नारे तरी
Ahsan.
तलवार
Well done.
Ali, I think I pressed the golden buzzer for the wrong brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, our very own Ayan and the finalist for 2023, Ali Sikilada. Said Muhammad Hassan, we have a tough day ahead of us because the next contestant that I'm going to call upon the stage wowed us yesterday, comes from a very humble background. As an individual who, after yesterday's performance, I was informed, is also a revert into this faith.
MashaAllah.
He became a Shia when he was 7 years old. And he recited something that touched everyone's heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me and join me in welcoming contestant number 9, Abu Bakr Sultan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. He's the only contestant who's just taken the mic off my hand and just goes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Right, Sayyid Muhammad Hassan.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu Bakr Sultan Hamad.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Last time you recited beautifully about Imam Hussain alayhi salam, and we also requested that you recite for his son Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. Is that correct?
Yes.
Today, who or what will you be reciting about?
Today I'm going to recite about Bibi Sakina when she was finding her father.
Inshallah.
Yes, inshallah.
In what languages?
Swahili.
Sounds good. Let's hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen and dear viewers online, Abu Bakr had a choice between reciting for Ali al-Asghar or Sayyida Ruqayya or Sayyida Sukaina. He chose Sayyida Sukaina because of where he comes from. He is also an orphan that was brought up in a home that looks after the orphans. And because of where he comes from is why he has chosen to recite this particular recitation. And so he wants to honor Sayyida Sakina, Sukaina, Ruqayya by this very recitation.
Inshallah, Jazakallah khair. That's very heartfelt, Habibi. We can't wait to hear you.
जुआली में टोए का नसाजी में कुईशा baba yangu Husaini hakurejea jua limetoweka na saa zimekwisha baba yangu Husaina hakurejea jua limetoweka na saa zimekwisha baba yangu Husaina hakurejea baba ni mimi Sakina wako na utafuta mwili wako Ali walionifanyia. Baba ni mimi sakina wako, na utafuta mwili wako, niangalie binti yako walionifanyia. Jua limetoweka na saa zimekwisha, baba yangu Husaina hakurejea. Baba niambie, nani maluni alotenganisha wako mwili? Kichwa chako kimkukini na mwili wako yu ardhini. Baba niambie, nani maluni alotenganisha wako mwili? Kichwa chako kimkukini na mwili wako yu ardhini. Jua limetoweka na saa zimekwisha, baba yangu Husaina hakurejea. Baba shangazi anateseka, huku na pale ahangaika, watoto pamoja kuwaweka. Yuwapi Ali Haidaria, baba shangazi anateseka, huku na pale ahangaika, watoto pamoja kuwaweka. Yuwapi Ali Haidaria, jua limetoweka na saa zimekwisha, baba yangu Husaina hakurejea. Baba mahema yetu yachomwa, na hijabu zetu pia zavutwa, na makofi tunapigwa. Sisi ni Ali Zenabia, baba mahema yetu yachomwa, na hijabu zetu pia zavutwa, na makofi tunapigwa. Sisi ni Ali Zenabia, jua limetoweka na saa zimekwisha, baba yangu Husaina hakurejea. Labbaika ya Sukaina.
Sukaina.
Said Ali, over to you, please.
Jazakumullah khair jaza Abu Bakr for this recitation. I want you to, whenever you go high pitch, I feel like you're straining a bit. The low pitch was good, but when you push up, it feels like it's not comfortable. So if you just push it down more from your diaphragm, min batn, like this area, if you push it up from here, it won't feel like you're fighting with your voice at the top. So that's one thing. The other thing is, because you've got a nice voice, this is the fourth time I say it, you guys need to look up. Because you've got a good voice. If you've made people already cry, imagine if you started moving and showing expression and trying to deliver what the Ahlul Bayt went through. That adds even more, and that makes your presentation even better. So that's my other point. May Allah bless you, and inshallah, please make a dua for all of us in this room. Ahsant.
Ahsant. Mulla Muhammedjawad, Karim.
Ahsantum for that beautiful, heartfelt recitation. I will defer to MJ. I felt, because my Swahili understanding is relatively limited, but I felt like it was that the Swahili was perfect. Correct, MJ? Or, yeah. So credit to you. Although it's your mother tongue, it's still hard to deliver something from your language in the tune of another language. So that's really good. I thought you delivered the pitch quite well, in my opinion, but you managed to hold it. But perhaps if you chose a lower pitch, then maybe because there were parts where you cracked sometimes, but if you chose a lower pitch, maybe that would sort of make it easier for you to deliver. Nonetheless, you still managed to hold it. Body language is really important, so inshallah in future rounds, if inshallah you make it, body language, and I would love to hear something in tempo from you, inshallah.
Ahsant. Say Jalal, please.
Abu Bakr, last night you remember I mentioned for you the chorus. You need chorus. You don't need to recite all of them you yourself. You recited in Bayat Shur, you were mainly in Ejaz, so you could do like this. Mawlati Sakina, 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 Mawlati Sakina. And then you go to your Swahili, yes? So you need chorus to help you. MashaAllah, beautiful, beautiful. Ahsantum, barakallahu fikum. Next time when you recite, if you go inshallah to finale, please, por favor, por el amor de Santa Maria, chorus. Okay? Ahsantum, barakallahu fikum.
Just wanted to add on MJ. I just got another message now. Abu Bakr, because of your performance, you get another $500 for your center.
Thank you.
Sayyid Muhammad Hassan, please.
يا أبو بكر السلام عليكم تقبل الله ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. You honored us today, Habibi. Beautiful recitation. May Allah bless you. I was very tempted. I considered maybe golden buzzer or wow buzzer as we call it, but I already gave my vote away. So inshallah ta'ala, when you return, if you return, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless us and you with such an opportunity. You recited very well. MJ likes to say that we are very lucky to have been born into this way of Ahlul Bayt. The real lucky one is the one who finds the way of Ahlul Bayt in their life. Because who's to say that if we were not born on this path, that we would have accepted it later on. This is a big thawab. Allah says in the Quran, those who convert, they get their ajr marratain, double the reward. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you.
Ahsan. Ladies and gentlemen, Abu Bakr Sultan. So please put your hands together in welcoming contestant number 10, Khalid Ali.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Khalid, how are you?
Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ashkur.
I was just speaking to Khalid at the backstage and he told me, MJ, round 1, I was number 10. Round 2,
number 10.
Semi-final, number 10.
And you should be happy. Number 10, Messi wears number 10. Best players play on number 10. Maradona, number 10. Khalid Ali, number 10.
Sayyid Jalal.
أحسنتم بارك الله فيكم. كيف حالكم مولانا؟
جيد الحمد لله أشكر الله.
تعبان؟
لا.
أحسنتم بارك الله فيكم. سورة آل عمران، سورة النور وسورة البقرة، أي سورة تختارون حضرتكم؟
أنا بالنسبة اخترت سورة العمران.
آل عمران. أحسنتم بارك الله فيكم. حاضر إن شاء الله؟
الحمد لله نعم.
ما شاء الله إن شاء الله. نستمع لصوتكم الذهبي وصوتكم التنزانيتي إن شاء الله بعد شوية. أحسنتم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
يا رحمن يا رحيم، يا رحمن يا رحيم.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون.
الله 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 الله.
واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا.
الله 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 الله. أحسنت.
ولا تفرقوا.
اي والله. احسنت احسنت.
واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم بين قلوبكم.
الله الله ما شاء الله. الله أكبر.
ما شاء الله.
الله يستر عليك. أحسنت.
فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا.
الله 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 أكبر. الله أكبر. ما شاء الله يا خالد.
وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار.
نعم نعم نعم.
فأنقذكم منها. كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون.
الله 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 أكبر. الله أكبر. ما شاء الله.
ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون.
الله الله الله.
ولا تكونوا كالذين تفرقوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم بينات وأولئك لهم عذاب عظيم.
استجيروا بالله.
يوم تبيض وجوه وتسود وجوه.
نعم نعم.
فأما الذين اسودت وجوههم أكفرتم بعد إيمانكم فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكفرون.
الله الله الله. استجيروا بالله.
وأما الذين ابيضت وجوههم ففي رحمة الله هم فيها تلك آيات الله نتلوها عليك بالحق.
نعم نعم.
وما الله يريد ظلما للعالمين. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على رسول الله وآله الأطهار على رسول الله وآله الأطهار.
Say Jalal, this is one of those. Going to Serengeti, Zanzibar,
Yeah, wallahi.
Kilimanjaro.
To many islands. We have to hear sites and we go inshallah here and there. Beautiful recitation, mashallah. قراءة جميلة. يعني الأداء ما شاء الله صاروخية. كما الصاروخ كما قنبلة نووية. ما شاء الله. أحسنتم. الصوت ما شاء الله جدا قوي. But still you have to adapt because melody should actually adapt itself with the meaning. The meaning is the basic, the foundation of recitation is the meaning of the verse of the Holy Quran. We cannot recite the verses which is about adab, punishment, with the happy melody, or vice versa. When, for example, the verse is about paradise, we cannot recite it with the sad melody. overall, the recitation was really beautiful based on the maqamat and sawt. So, mashallah, he has mentioned the highest pitch of his voice. But based on tajweed, it's very important because we have to apply the foundation of our recitation of the some letters from the point of articulation, even kasra from properly recitation of kasra. Overall, he was, mashallah, very energetic recitation of the Holy Quran. We heard from him. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Salli ala Muhammad. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Khalid Ali. It's time to bring in an individual who inspired everyone as a female lecturer. One who stole the hearts and captured the minds of the judges. So please join me in welcoming Sister Fatima Shahid Jafar.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, sister?
I'm fine, how are you?
Very good, very good, very good, very good. Joking. Right. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm fine, how are
you? Okay?
Yes.
Take your time. Salatul Layl is 3 hours away. Fajr is 4. Over to you, Sayyid Muhammad Hassan, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Fatima Ja'far. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Good, I'm well. Are you all right waiting this long to deliver the lecture, or did you want to get it over with sooner?
No, I'm actually very excited that it's finally my time.
Because you had this much time to prepare and go over and review. Is that it? So Sister Fatima, you had a number of topics, correct?
Mhm.
That you were given to choose from. Number one was, why is the angel Jibreel the greatest angel? An odd topic. Explain what exactly is taqwa. What are the differences between the Quran and Bible? Imam Hussein's life before Karbala, and the importance of hijab. Which topic did you choose from?
So I chose what exactly taqwa means. I chose that because I believe that taqwa holds a very deep meaning in my heart, and it's a main pillar of Islam.
Correct.
And if we attain taqwa in the dunya right now, we'll be there for the service of our Imam of the time.
Ahsant, beautiful. All right, then let's hear you, inshallah ta'ala.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا بني آدم قد أنزلنا عليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا ولباس التقوى ذلك خير ذلك من آيات الله لعلكم يذكرون. Surah Araf, ayah 26 states, O children of Adam, indeed, we have sent down to you a garment which covers your shame and provides you protection and adornment. But the finest of all is the garment of piety. That is one of the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that they may take heed. In the Holy Quran, taqwa is defined as a garment, in that it protects the body from hot and cold weather, the same way our houses protect us. Taqwa is a spiritual state which saves people from committing sins and considers fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as one of its results. Alors, taqwa signifie-t-il seulement craindre Dieu? So does taqwa only mean to have fear in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Non, taqwa est l'équilibre entre l'amour et la crainte d'Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
MashaAllah.
Taqwa is the balance between the love and the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Très bien.
Taqwa is a powerful shield against evil temptations, a fortress of virtue that keeps our hearts pure. With taqwa as our guide, we refrain from disobeying the Almighty, fearing thy punishment in the hope of everlasting reward. So let us all together strive for taqwa at every day along life's way. For with taqwa in our hearts, we find tranquility, growing closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and live with humility. Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam हमारे चचे इमाम फरमाते हैं कि अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला हज़रत मूसा से जाहिर करते हैं, बेशक मेरे अब्द मेरी नज़दीकी हासिल नहीं कर सकता जब तक उसके अंदर ये 3 चीज़ें ना पाई जाती हो जो मुझे पसंद है। मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम ने ताज़ीम से पूछा, मेरे अल्लाह वो कौन सी 3 चीज़ें हैं? अल्लाह ने हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम से कहा, ए मूसा वो 3 चीज़ें हैं, दुनिया में तक़वा इख्तियार करना, गुनाहों से परहेज़ करना और खौफ इलाही से गिरिया करना। So what does it mean to have taqwa? How do we apply taqwa in our daily lives? Imam Ali alayhi salam has beautifully explained it in Sermon 192 of Nahj al-Balagha. I have never seen something, nor have I ever performed an action except that in which I've seen Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قبله ومعه وبعده. Before I do it, while I'm doing it, and after I did it. However, in the world that we live in today, let's look around. We are faced with temptations and desires at every step of our life. Our hearts will be captivated by every single thing our eyes fall upon. However, is blinding ourselves our only option? Should we sit in a secluded room and close our eyes so that situations or circumstances leading us to sin do not arise? Is that even possible? So what should we do? Sasa tufanye nini? To taqwa hasil karwa mate apre su kare. Que peut-on faire? What would the Imam of our time want us to do? I, Fatima Shahid Jafar, embark on this beautiful journey of seeking nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by taking the example from Sermon 192 in Nahj al-Balagha. I invite you all here to join in with me in this beautiful journey. At every action we perform, let's pause and think. Let's pause and think, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching us at every action. Is He pleased? Is the Imam of our time smiling? Or have we disappointed Him? This will definitely build our taqwa and bring us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us achieve our spiritual goals and to be a part of one of the muttaqeens. So let us all say, Labbaik ya Mahdi! Labbaik ya Mahdi! Labbaik ya Mahdi! Let us all pray for the Imam of our time to reappear soon. Inshallah, Ameen. Jazakumullah khair al-jaza.
Send. Très bien, muy bien, excelente, maravilloso.
Merci.
Is there any other language you want to add?
बहुत अच्छा, जबरदस्त है,
Asante sana, shukriya.
Asante sana, shukriya.
Tamaro bo shukr guzar.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Right, Sayyid Muhammad Hassan.
Sister Fatima, mashallah, that was a very passionate and empathetic lecture. I think it was really well worded. I have to say, you did use your notes extensively, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but when using notes, it can make the lecture come across as artificial because you sound too good. You know when you make something and it's homemade as opposed to industrially factory made, not to say that this is that comparison, there's always a nice feel to it, that there's a genuinity, hard work, effort, and you did take that when compiling this, but I would like to see more from you, more independence than the usage of notes. But that's, despite of that, you spoke very well. I like because it's all from you, you know. You decide to make these thoughts and pointers in mind. I love the usage of the ayah that taqwa is almost a covering. وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ. And with there, you went on and provided these examples about your own personal case. If the Imam was here, I, Fatima, Shahid, Ja'far, I would not waste my time, etc. I think these are very important points. What I also would have loved to hear from you is the following. Taqwa is one of the most commonly used words in the Quran. Hence, Allah He does, emphasizes them, these words. Why though? Because when you see the ayah, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا, how would you translate that if you don't mind me asking you? اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ, how would you translate that?
I mean, I would say that Allah is trying to show that taqwa has a very big importance to attain in the dunya. It's very important to attain this taqwa.
Correct, but you use the word piety. When we hear,
Because
yes.
piety is a translation for taqwa in English, and it doesn't sincerely mean fear of God. It also means God consciousness.
You got it.
It's
I
very
wish you said that in
important.
the lecture though. I wish you did, because people have the wrong understanding of taqwa. Fear God a lot. What is he, a bully? Fear God a lot? No. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. Be God conscious. You use the ayah that وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ. You wear it because it surrounds you. You're always thinking Allah is watching. You're not going to sin if there's a security camera watching me, or a security camera here, a security camera there, because I'm going to be caught in the act. I remember when driving, it's always tempting to pass the red light because no one's watching. But then you realize there could be a camera, it could be a camera. In life, when we always remember I am God-centric, God-conscious, that means I shouldn't be one to just say it will not be seen, Allah will watch. That doesn't mean He's mean or evil or we should fear that. That just means be alerted. And I love the usage of the hadith from Amir al-Mu'mineen. You said it very well, but he said it in this manner. ما رأيت شيئا إلا ورأيت الله قبله بعده وفيه. I have never seen anything in life except that I see God before it, after it, and in it. That doesn't mean I'm afraid of God. That just means He's a partner with me. In Dua Joshan, Ya Jalisa man la Jalisa la, Ya Habiba man la Habiba la, Ya Rafiqa man la Rafiqa la. Oh, the one who sits with the one who has no one to sit next to. Oh, the one who is an accompanied individual with those who have no company. Or the love of those who have no one to love. So this is all indications of the meaning of taqwa. I really wish you could have included that it doesn't mean fear, but you elaborated on it now. Maybe it's because you didn't have enough time. I give you a billion excuses, not just 70, because you did it very well. Why did you decide to speak French?
Because French is my native language and I'm very fluent in it. And since very small, I went to French school, so I'm very fluent with French and I honestly love the language.
You know where I love English lecturing and it's my forte, inshallah ta'ala? I think you could start the wave of French majalis. I really think you could. And I think I would love to see that. We need to evolve. We need to evolve. We're just stuck in Arabic, Spanish too, and French, and it's the generation such as yours that's going to lead the way. Ahsantum.
Inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, très bien. Merci beaucoup for our very own Fatima Shahid Jafar. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the last contestant for the first semi-final is here. Please put your hands together for Hussain Nadim Sherali. Right, Sayyid Ali.
Assalamu alaikum, Hussain.
Wa alaikum salam, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, yourself?
Alhamdulillah.
Fantastic. So, Mullah Muhammad, he gave you some options.
Yeah.
Which one did you go for?
Ali ke saath hai Zahra ki shadi.
Okay. And can you, for those who don't know Urdu, that's basically me and Sayyid Muhammad and anyone else that's in the crowd, can you just briefly explain, just very briefly, what it's about?
It's when Imam Ali is getting married to Bibi Fatima sallallahu
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. We have similar things in Arabic. Why, out of all the ones that you had, how come you chose this one?
Most eligible bachelor.
Because do you want to, which were the other ones, Mullah Muhammad?
So, first answer why, and then I'll give the other.
Why did you choose that one?
He just said it said
Because I love
I don't know
Imam
your
Ali.
language. What was it?
No, another reason. Give the real reason.
What are you guys saying?
No, he said because he's the most eligible
Because
bachelor.
I love Imam Ali and Bibi Fatima.
Any other reason?
Right, it's because he loves Imam Ali and Bibi Fatima, ladies and gentlemen.
Ahsant habibi.
Okay, fantastic. Take your time, focus on your task. Jazakallah.
सभी खुश हैं सभी खुश हैं खुदाई भी खुश
خدا بھی علی کے ساتھ ہے ماشاءاللہ علی کے ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی علی کے ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی لڑکا ہے خدا کے گھر کا لڑکی ہے نبی کے گھر کی لڑکا ہے خدا کے گھر کا لڑکی ہے نبی کے گھر کی وہ ارض و سما کا مالک وہ ارض و سما کا مالک یہ ملکہ بحرو بر کی زمین رکھسا زمین رکھسا ہے رکھسا آسماں بھی علی کے ساتھ ہے ماشاءاللہ بلند آواز میں علی کے
ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی
ہاں علی کے ساتھ
ہے زہرا کی شادی
بارات چلی ہے در کی رحمت کے سائے سائے بارات چلی ہے در کی رحمت کے سائے سائے بارات کے آگے آگے بارات کے آگے آگے قرآن قصیدے گائے نبی سارے نبی سارے چلے بن کر براتی علی کے ساتھ ہے ماشاءاللہ بلند آواز میں علی کے یا علی جیو 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 علی کے ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی علی کے ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی دنیا نے سوارا خود کو انداز نئے اپنائے تہذیب نے زیور بدلے ملبوس نئے سلوائے مہک اٹھی مہک اٹھی نسب کی پاک وادی علی کے ماشاءاللہ جیو ماشاءاللہ یا علی کے ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی علی کے ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی سبھی خوش ہے سبھی خوش ہے سبھی خوش ہے خدا بھی علی کے ساتھ کی شادی علی کے ساتھ ہے زہرا کی شادی سبھی خوش ہے سبھی خوش ہے سبھی خوش ہے خدا بھی علی کے ساتھ ہے
نگہباں مولا علی ہے وارث قرآن مولا علی ہے سب سے اعلیٰ سب سے برتر سب سے بہتر علی علی
Ladies and gentlemen, Hussain Shirali.
Alhamdulillah, I'm so happy that I got the golden buzzer, and I'm thankful to my Imam.
This event of the semi-final was too nervousness, but whatever we can say is everything is upon Allah. Now let's see who qualifies for the finals.
We are all waiting for our results. Let's see who will go to the finals. Thanks, Jazakallah.
Well, the semi-finals went really well. There was a lot of good competition, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to see who wins the SHIA'S Got Talent.
Alhamdulillah, everything has gone so good so far, and Alhamdulillah, I'm going to see who is going to qualify.
Nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu nimeshiriki vizuri, na nashukuru sana katika mashindano haya ya Karbala 72. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
I am super glad that I got the chance to portray my message of the Ahlul Bayt, of the love of Ahlul Bayt in front of all of the audience. And I'm super excited to see what's coming up next.
Semi-finals, Alhamdulillah, it was a great experience, mashallah. I got to learn more, and there's a saying that there's always room for improvement. Ahsant.
Kama nashukuru nimeshiriki mashindano haya. Ahsantum, jazakumullahu khaira, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, I have participated in these semi-finals. Inshallah, I'm waiting for the result. Inshallah, Alhamdulillah. Thank you.
And Alhamdulillah, I'm glad for all the experience I've gone through till now. And inshallah, what's best will happen. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy that I'm going to the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the contestants for tonight. Can I please have you on stage, please? Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of the first semi-final for 2023. Participants have come in with one very clear intention, which is to make it to the finals. Unfortunately, we only have 4 slots from the remaining 12 contestants. But, ladies and gentlemen, there is a twist like in every old fairy tale. And this one had a very interesting one. We had the wow buzzer come into practice on the first semi-final of the year 2023. And therefore, may I please request the recipients of the wow buzzer, Sister Sakina Muraj, Ali Siki Lada, and Hasnain Sharali to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, that means we only have one wow buzzer left, and that belongs to the man who has always wowed us with his Quran recitation, our very own judge Sayyid Jalal Masoomi, who will be exercising that in tomorrow's semi-final. That means tonight we will be having 7 contestants heading to the final, and we only have 4 slots remaining. 5 will be going home. Sayyid Jalal Masoomi, over to you, please.
Thank you very much. All of you, you are winners. All of you. Of course, Sakina is the first. My winner, one of his or her name is called, the meaning is eternal, permanent. So that is the reason he remained, and he will go to the next round. With respect to our sisters, my winner is a man. His voice is really strong. He's no one than Khalid Ali.
Ejaz, 3 slots, 8 contestants. Over to you.
Thank you very much. You know, one thing that was fascinating about today's program, you had one contestant come on stage and we were all convinced that this individual is going to the final. Then you have the other contestant come on stage, we are like, okay, I think he is going or she is going to the final. And at the end, I was like, thank you to Karbala72 for allowing us just to be MCs for today and not make such announcements. I'd like to pass on the announcement to Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim.
Ahsantum, thank you, Ejaz. My winner is in the middle segment of the men's They're also wearing a very nice outfit. They also got a gift today. If you guys are narrowing it down, following with me, he's wearing a nice disdasha, had the crowd, and he's wearing glasses. Maysam Rashid.
Right, that's one family breathing again. And that narrows it down to 2 more slots. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take this opportunity to hand over this responsibility with utmost care to Sayyid Ali Al-Hakeem.
Thank you very much, MJ. And as you all have noticed, semi-finals is much more intense than the usual days. There's a lot more stress, there's a lot more anxiety, and then that's how you can see the cracks, and it makes it easier for the judges to decide. But this person did not crack. Of course, there is always room for improvement for everyone. And they are very humble when they take this information on board. I would like to congratulate Abu Bakr Sultan.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at us and look in front of us. We have an 11-year-old, we have 2 very elegantly dressed gentlemen here, and we have 2 ladies who will also be contesting for that one available slot. Now, my dear sisters, whilst this is a very proud moment for our community and our city and our country, we are led by a woman, but we also want more female participants in the future. Please, ladies. Ejaz, over to you.
Sayyid, over to you to make the announcement for the finalists.
Inshallah. Congratulations to each and every single one of you on this day. All of you are winners. No hearts will be broken, but more reason to work harder will be the next initiative. For those who win, work harder. For those who do not pass on, work harder. And we work not because we want to impress, but because we want to be adequate in the servitude of Islam Ahlul Bayt. My winner is someone that has shined where there was a lot of darkness in an area that needed much more attention, and we can never do enough justice to any form of servitude in Islam Ahlul Bayt. For they gave Allah everything, therefore we must give them back for the sake of Allah everything. My winner is Fatima Ja'far. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
Ladies and gentlemen, the journey that began with over 100 participants is now down to just 12. Out of those 12, only 7 are known, and the 5 remain unknown. So as we embark on this journey of the unknown to find who our winner is, remember that this journey is about to reach its peak very, very soon. Remember that SHIA'S got talent. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
SHIA'S Got Talent.